For centuries, a terrifying secret has been buried in the sands of the Arabian desert. This is the story of a nation that was granted unparalleled power, but that very power plunged them into arrogance. How did the most powerful nation in history vanish in a single moment? A terrifying storm that uprooted humans from the very roots. And that nation, along with its magnificent buildings, was buried in the ocean of sand. That nation, whose great stature, strong bodies, and world-challenging arrogance all turned to dust in a single storm. Come, today we take a closer look at this greatest secret of history, the story of the people of Aad and their lost city of Iram. The people of Aad lived in the Arqaf desert, located between Yemen and Oman. The name Aad was taken from their ancestor Aad ibn Iram ibn Sam ibn Noah. He was the grandson of Prophet Noah, peace be upon him, which means this nation also descended from the lineage of Prophet Noah, peace be upon him. According to the Holy Quran and historical narrations, the people of Aad were extraordinarily tall and strongly built. Their height and physique were much greater than that of ordinary humans. Their physical structure was so robust that there was no other nation as powerful as them in the world at that time. They possessed heavy, rock-solid bodies. The extent of their physical strength can be gauged by this fact: they carved homes out of mountains. This work is unthinkable today without modern machinery. They could easily move large, heavy stones from one place to another, which is impossible for a person today. The people of Aad had a monarchy, and their king was very powerful and tyrannical. In the Holy Quran, their city, Iram, is called Dhat al Imad, of the lofty pillars, which suggests that their buildings stood on very large columns. This was a great symbol of their artistic skill and strength. Their arrogance had grown to such an extent that they mocked the weaker people, committed murder and destruction, practiced injustice, indulged in polytheism, worshipped idols, and openly defied the law of Allah. They used to say that there was no one as powerful as them on this earth. When their prophet, Hud, peace be upon him, warned them of Allah's punishment, they said, "Who is mightier than us in strength?" This question of theirs reveals their arrogance and immense confidence in their physical power. Prophet Hud, peace be upon him, invited this rebellious nation to worship one God, advised them to refrain from polytheism, and told them not to be arrogant about worldly power. But the people of Aad flatly refused to listen to him. They mocked Prophet Hud, peace be upon him, called him a liar and a madman, and ignored his message. So, Prophet Hud, peace be upon him, warned them of Allah's punishment. He said that if they did not stop their rebellion, severe torment would befall them. But the nation denied him and said that one of the deities had afflicted him with some illness, meaning madness. Prophet Hud, peace be upon him, tried to break their arrogance. He said, "Did you not see that Allah made you successors on the earth after the people of Noah and increased you considerably in creation and stature?" This sentence reminds them that their power was not their personal achievement but a blessing granted by Allah. In this way, Prophet Hud, peace be upon him, continuously preached to his people with wisdom, patience, and firmness for many years, but the majority of them refused, which resulted in a cautionary end. After their refusal, one day dark clouds appeared in the sky. Seeing him, the people of Aad rejoiced, thinking that rain was coming. But they did not know that this was not rain, but the beginning of the destruction. Prophet Hud, peace be upon him, warned his people to stop their evil deeds and ask for Allah's forgiveness. Because these were not clouds, but Allah's severe punishment, they did not stop and started mocking Hud, peace be upon him. After this, a horrific and severe storm began, which lasted continuously for 7 nights and 8 days. This storm blew away everything. Their high buildings, their gardens, and even their strong, towering bodies were uprooted and tossed in the air, just like the hollow trunks of palm trees. This storm was the consequence of their rebellion. It was a cold and fierce storm that also included intense sounds. It was so fast that it not only destroyed their buildings but also lifted humans and animals into the air and threw them down. According to the Quran, they were thrown down as if they were hollow trunks of palm trees. This gives an idea of how terrifying the punishment was. When the storm subsided, only sand dunes and signs of destruction remained there. The entire nation of Aad was ruined and their magnificent city was buried in the ocean of sand. The most important and cautionary aspect here is that the very strength, which they considered the greatest blessing, was of no use to them during the punishment. When Allah's punishment came in the form of a terrifying storm, all their power collapsed before a small torment from Allah. Although the city of Iram has not been completely traced in today's modern era, archaeologists and scientists, with the help of modern technology, such as satellite images, have identified some places in the Arqaf region between Yemen and Oman that could be the potential remains of this lost city. One such location was discovered in 1992, which is said to be that very city. This is a warning for today's generations about how dreadful the consequence of being arrogant about power and wealth can be. And the end of nations that disobey Allah is always a lesson. Just think about the people of Aad, a nation whose physical arrogance was wiped out by a storm. Are we also not repeating the same mistakes today? Is today's world not showing the same arrogance about its technology and power that the people of Aad did? Be sure to subscribe to our channel, share this video with your friends, and let us know in the comments what lesson you learned from this story. Stay safe and prosperous.